It's Thursday, June 4th, and this is From the Mind of Joe. Today's reflection: Zen and the Art of the Beta Blocker. I had studied Aikido, a Japanese martial art, for some years, and I'd studied comparative religion and philosophy, at least at a survey level, for longer. Still, it wasn't until around the year 2007 that I had a direct encounter with formalized Zen, an encounter that immediately followed my son's diagnosis with muscular dystrophy. What followed was a very intense immersion into meditative and koan practices, an inward journey and rigorous self-examination that I first used to help come to grips with all that was changing in our lives, and which later, kind of fell away. And I don't mean that in a bad way, or even in an obtuse way. Rather, in time and with some practice, my wound mostly healed. I'd always have the scar to remind me, but there was no reason in particular to cherish the spent bandages or the scabs. Moreover, as for any less practical insights one might find in such an intense study, in my experience, those insights, as well as the opportunities to discover them, are scattered about everywhere, and most faiths have some contingent of practitioners who will work toward conveying that insight and inspiring individual realization, or gnosis. In just about any practice of any substance, it would seem, we begin locked into some mixed-up blend of emotions, and thoughts, and expectations, and obligations, and all the things, feeding off of one another and consuming ourselves. For some, there's an initial and very personal question. What can I do to break free from this thinking and stop feeling what I'm feeling? What exactly is the path out of suffering? With some initial level of understanding and a boatload of compassion, one generally does not laugh at the individual's question or predicament, though there are plenty of stories suggesting a witty wisecrack, or a whack with a stick, or a cognitive dead end may sometimes do the trick. If you're not so skillful and the conditions are not sufficiently ripe, we all might be in it for the long haul. Lots of spent bandages and lots of fallen away scabs, as the rituals and incantations are integrated rather than understood and discarded. Now, impatient to find that insight or experience that others in the practice may have implied, some folks turn to hallucinogens or other mind-altering practices. And maybe they will experience something or another, the big oneness, the nature of the universe, or whatever. And wanting to experience it again, rituals and incantations, bandages and scabs. I'm sure there was an insight available in there somewhere about the nature of thinking and how we relate to it. But if it's the thought itself we're chasing. But beta blockers? Yeah, this is a strange one. Beta blockers are one class of drugs commonly used to treat high blood pressure. That blocker part, in this case, inhibits the effect of epinephrine, or adrenaline, on your system. When that spark is chemically dampened, the heart doesn't leap into action so impulsively. Fewer spikes, a lower average. It's a different kind of curve flattening. But wait, there's more. What if that spark is also attached to getting you out of bed and on with your day? Or if that spark is what stands between the thought of publishing a post of day and actually getting it done? It's true, some people are unluckier than others when it comes to the secondary side effects. Once again, in my experience, those insights, as well as the opportunities to discover them, are scattered about everywhere. Now, I doubt this particular experience of cutting off thought is what the folks with the shrooms are after. Still, there's something to be understood, then hopefully discarded. Not the pills, though. Their one-a-day effects are on target. and with them, we'll see what tomorrow brings.